Hey everybody, welcome to Cycles. We are in day number 47. We have a light day coming at us today. We're going to be on a timer and we're going to be using a band. So two types of bands. I have a little mini band for the legs and tubing that we're going to be using at an anchor point for our back. If you don't have an anchor point, because I have heard this from a few of you, I would like for you, you'll probably want shoes, but I would like for you to just stand on the band. So I'm going to give you a little heads up here. Stand on the band. The band can kind of come from the outside of your foot in like this. And then I still am not getting it right. Stand on your band. There you go. And then you can pull your row this way, back like this for our rows, and then your lateral flies, your lat flies for your lats. You'll go straight arms this way. All right, so that's that. Let's get warmed up. All righty. We get to go through 5 whole rounds today. So we're going to have 25 minutes of straight work. Push back into that child's pose. Let your hips kind of rotate left and right. Just getting some space into the spine. Feel the rib cage expand as you inhale. Come back together as you exhale. Push up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal your feet. Slide your shoulder blades down. Perfect. Okay, come back onto your hands and knees. We're going to go through a little bit of hip opening. So kick your foot up. Keep your knee bent. Open out to the side. Bring your knee up towards your elbow. And then push down and around. We'll go 5 per side. We're trying to keep your pelvis super still and stable. Bringing in mobility. Want to keep the body happy and moving. Feeling good through full ranges of motion. All right, other side. Kick that leg up. Bring it out and around. Up or out, then up, down and around. 3. Tighten up through the core. Perfect. Okay, then our thoracic twist. Stay planted onto one arm. Inhale, bring your right arm up. Exhale down. Hopefully you've seen some increase in mobility and range of motion through this move. Been doing it a lot. Depending on what you do for the majority of your day, switch sides. It is difficult, though, to build into that mobility and to increase it. So if you have a seated posture all day long that you're not cautious with, chances are you're going to get tight and have some issues. Okay, go ahead and lie on your back on the ground. Extend one leg long, hug your other knee in. Rotate through your ankles. And switch. Head and shoulders are up just a bit. Help activate and engage through the core. Switch your legs. This time, keep your leg that you're pulling in straight. Grab just a little bit of a stretch. And stop there. Hug both knees back toward your armpits. Lower your head onto the ground. Press your low back into the ground. Then tuck your pubic bone up, tailbone up off the ground. Just feel that core engage again. You're also lengthening through that low back then. One more time. Tuck in. Okay. Roll it up. Find your band and put it on above your knees. We're going to start off with squats. Just banded squats. Go the range that works for you. The pace, ready, and go. The pace that works for you, but you want to push into the band. So use the band for what it's here for. Find the 4 corners of your feet. Press evenly through both legs. After our banded squats, we're going to stay low in our squat and go into banded abductions. Find your core. Both legs firing. Make sure you're using your glutes to get to the top. Make sure you're flexing those hips at the top. I get lost there too. Get that flexion all the way up. 15 seconds. Feels good to be here. Getting the work, getting the moves. Okay, stay low and abduct your knees. Pull wide. You find your range of drop. Try to sit back on your heels, feeling inner thigh flex for support. And then the pulling move is coming from your glute medius, those abductors. Keep sitting back onto your heels. Keep the belly strong. Next up, we're going to be on our back with a banana boat. So basically, a bent knee V up or in and out. We're going to keep our band on. If you don't do a banana boat, then you can just focus on crunches. Stay in your crunch or pelvic tuck, activating through the core. 2 and 1. Okay? Lie down. Extend so your low back stays on the ground, and then tuck everything in. Doesn't need to be quick, just felt. That's what these lighter days are focused on. Building function and form, still activating and moving. You got it. Make sure you're planning to show up tomorrow for our HIIT day. Feel the low belly pull. Make sure you're using the core to support your banana and then to pull you into your boat. Feel your quads contract as you extend those legs long, okay? Coming up onto our band now, our tubing for our back set. Just 2 exercises. Start with those rows. Feel the upper back flex in. Make sure that you have your back in a neutral position. Core staying strong. You got it. Back stays flexed. Even as the arms draw forward and return to their beginning position, stay packed into your back. Next up, we'll be into that lat fly, or lat pull, I guess. More of a pull than a fly. Okay, hinge forward, straight arms. Pull. Feel your lats now. So from behind your armpits, all the way down either side of your back, wrapping into the back, building flexion and support. Tug and grab through the belly. Still staying neutral in your spine. You'll feel your triceps here a little bit, that's fine, but really try to mentally take the work into those lats. Ten seconds. We'll be back at the top with our squats. And time. Okay, those squats going, heating up happily. Driving those knees out into your band. Really work on your self flexions. We have an ISO day coming up as well. Really trains the body to flex where we want it. Get that mind-muscle connection. Really focus on grabbing into the glutes, that outer side of the thigh. Time, okay? Squat and abduct. Pull those knees out wide. Lift the chest. Keeping that posture through the back line. Using the core to stabilize your low back and hold it neutral. So it's not rounding, your tailbone's not tucking under, but neither is it winking up. You got it. Stay with me. You're working a lot here. We get to go onto our back in 15 seconds, or our banana boat. This isn't about speed, it's about connection. Time. Alrighty. Bring it down. Extend and tuck. I've really been working on trying to slow down some of my abdominal moves, making sure that I'm really utilizing my core. I think it's easy to start getting into other parts of the body that we've strengthened, compensating with the ability there. But I really want to find that core. That's how I'm going to keep my hips aligned, my pelvis in place, my low back stable and happy. Okay, come up, grab that band, other band, sit into your squat, and find your rows. Connect with the move. Try to stay in the moment, each rep at a time. Packing into that back. Keeping the neck out of the work. Feel the build of the minute. Time. Okay, hinge forward. Find your lats. If you're anchored under your feet, keep grabbing that core with me. Arms just straighten now. So you go from your row to the pull. What do you feel side to side? See if you can get into those serratus anterior muscles. So muscles behind your armpits. Hanging strong through your legs. Your core supporting your hinge. Core and back. Control that return to start. 3, 2, and 1. Back to our squats. All right, here we go. So then next time that we're squatting without a band, See if you can mentally put a band around your thighs so that you still have that added resistance and kind of neuromuscular response to push into that band, your imaginary band. Our knees generally like to fall in, and this has helped training them to keep out. Okay, stay in your squat and abduct. Trying to get the chest up, shoulders back without losing my pelvic alignment to the shoulders. So sometimes, or I have the tendency, once I pull the chest forward, my low back starts to sway. Pelvis tilts forward, and that tailbone links up. So I got to keep that out of the equation. It's crazy how fast these build. Working into those little mini muscles. Woo! Okay, join me on the ground. Extend and join. Feel how the core kind of grabs a little differently. Feels a little different based on when you're extended and then when you're tucked. Nice work. Enjoy the work. You got it. Time. All right, rows. Feel the feels. I know I say it a lot, but it's crazy to me how many times when I check in, where do you feel this? I might ask somebody, okay, do you feel your back? No. You need to feel your back. Make it happen. Keep thinking about it. Maybe you'll feel it a little more next time. But know where you're wanting to put the work. We're not just checking off each exercise and each minute and waiting for that timer. Hinge forward. We're getting the build and the strength where we want it, specific to the move. Check in with your foundation, then core, back, low back, neck, shoulders. Pull those shoulders back. Lock and load that core. Keep the move strong. Time. Okay, back into squats. 2 rounds to go. This is a great format to use if you're ever away from your gym, your normal gym. Pick 5 exercises that you have the equipment for. So body weight if you don't have equipment, or something where you don't need a lot of space, And then just set 5 rounds for 5 minutes. 5 sets of 1 minute pieces of work, and then get it done. Hopefully you're getting a good amount of steps per day as well. Really goes a long way toward positive health benefits. Take time for your health. Sink low. You're a better person for the people around you if you're healthy, motivated, in a good mood, your body feels good. We're abducting. I don't think I told you, but hopefully by now, round 4, you're ready. You know what's coming. Stay with me. Enjoy the burn. That's what we came for. You know you're working. Strengthening those hip joints. Time. You're working the muscle that supports that joint function. It's good stuff. Trying to scoop the belly, especially in my banana. That's where I have to watch it. Can you get that low back to pack down to the ground? See if you can kind of spot place the work. Are you using more of your upper abdominal region? Are you using more of the lower? Use the core to support your hip flexors. Get into your obliques. Time. We get help from all the regions. Okay. Sit into your mid squat. Find your rows. Get the back. Find your pace where you get the work you want. Faster is not always better. Make sure you're in charge of your band and not bouncing. Roll those shoulders back and down. Pull the knees so that they're still pushing into your band, finding the tension there. Can you tell if you're squatted with an even pelvis? That's what I need to check in on. All right, here we go. Lat pull, still grabbing through the core. Focus on each rep. I view these sets where they're long and drawn out, and I don't have to count. It's like a little mini time meditation. Last round, number 5 here. Mindfulness on the move. As the burn builds, there's little else I can focus on, not displacing. Keep those knees pushing all the way to the top. I think I was getting lazy. Okay, squat and abduct. Make sure your feet are at a distance that you can keep that drive out over your pinkies. Ooh, little upper body stretch there. Keep your pelvis neutral, low back strong by grabbing through the core. 15 seconds left. Nice work. Stay with it. Time. Whew. Okay, on the ground. Find your flexion, then move. Remember, the goal is to keep that contraction through the move. Keep it up, keep it up. Trying to get that scoop. Okay, back, rows. Play around with your pace if you'd like. What's more difficult for you at this point, or where do you feel better contraction? You got it, looks good. It's a good opportunity to kind of get, if you have that anchor point, get that squat back while keeping the chest really high. Woo, okay, get that pull. Fantastic job. Stay lengthened through the spine. Think about even that cervical spine that's up in the back of your neck. Notice how your back can hold support for that shoulder rotation. Even if you're not getting the range, still good. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. So fun. All right, we're going to start on our back on our mat for a little stretch. Get into the glute, crossing your ankle over your knee. Pull from behind the thigh. Let's see. Make sure your pelvis is squared off. Fantastic job. Check in with how you feel. What are your own little notes on your workout? Hopefully you are at the point in these lighter days where you feel energized. Switch your legs. Like you could be doing more at the completion of our sets, as opposed to like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that's over. Maybe you're ready for new stuff, but energy is still high. Now, if you came in with low energy, that's something to be noticed and thought through as well. Why is your motivation low? Are you not getting enough recovery? What else is going on in your life? Depending on stressors, sleep, nutrition, your motivation is not going to be very high. So definitely worth watching and checking into. Okay, we're going to come up to seated, extend your left leg long, cross your right knee over the top, and then slowly lean forward. I gave myself my little proximal hamstring area, little pull the other day in volleyball. So definitely working with that, making sure I'm not exacerbating it, so I'm not overstretching here. Okay, before we switch to the other side, go ahead and just take your right leg, tuck it into the inner thigh. We're going to open the left leg out a little bit, and then this is how we're going to get those lats. See if you can get your forearm on the ground. If not, just plant your hand. Hopefully you can get your hand there. So the goal here is to then rotate and open through the chest, and then lean from your hip. So the hip stays glued into the ground, but that arm all through the lat, your QL is getting a stretch. Beautiful. Okay, other side, same thing. Right leg extends, left leg crosses over the top. Let's do a little bit of breath work here, whatever you like. Box breathing, deep breathing, just focus on the breath and then relaxing into the stretch on your exhales. All right. Try not to get caught in the trap of no time for health. It's just values, right? Taking care of yourself is not selfish. Drop your right hand onto the ground. Lift that left arm up. If you have the flexibility to go ahead and slide that left arm down and take it. I've mentioned it, but more and more research is showing that when we do not take care of ourselves over the years and the stories that have built in our minds, that can lead to diseases, unhealth. Of course, you can get sick from many, many, many different things, but if you haven't taken care of yourself and stress has built up over time, then you're definitely more susceptible. So taking time for yourself is also in the best interest of those around you that want you and need you in their lives. Take time for you and then give energy, health, wellness, and love to others. And I'll see you tomorrow. We have our high intensity set. It's going to be a lot of fun. Have a great day.